Hello everyone, this is Pastor Mark and I have good news for you. Starting this September 13th, this Sunday, we have two options to participate in worship. Now the first one is our online service, but the second one will be our in-person worship service that starts this Sunday. Now, because of contact tracing, we have to have people register for worship. And we're going to post a link online. You may have already gotten it. We encourage you to register. One other thing we're going to ask is, because we have capacity for 50 people, we'd like you to get here by 10:15 so we have the opportunity to seat you in your seats and practice social distancing. Now, in anticipation of your arrival, we'd like to give you an idea of what Sunday morning's going to look like. So follow me and we'll show you around.
When you arrive, you will be greeted with the same warm and friendly welcome that you have come to expect at Jori. And then the next priority is making sure that you enter safely. Hand sanitizer stations will be available and encouraged for you to use as you enter. Then you will come over and be asked to review some very familiar COVID questions. And then you will stop here. We will check your registration and make sure that you are wearing a mask. If you do not have one, one will be provided for you. And then we will begin to work our way towards the worship service.
Make sure to social distance. We'll have circles on the floor to make that easy. And don't forget to pick up your communion. Gluten-free wafers have been safely assembled and will be handed to those who wish to participate in communion. Let's continue towards the worship space.
We are so excited to welcome our families back. Childcare is available in our nursery for infants through kindergarten with overflow in room 1. Just step out of line and I will be here to direct you. After your children are checked in, you can re-enter the line, and there are take-home activity bags for our children 1st through 5th grade that go along with Sunday's worship. Now let's head towards the worship space.
When you get to the worship space, you'll be welcomed to worship and asked how many people are in your party. Following the arrows on the floor will direct you to an usher who will seat you. Nick, party of 2.
Now, during worship, please wear your mask, but feel free to sing with us. During the children's message, we ask the children to actually stay in their seats. But after the children's message, they'll be released to a classroom for Sunday school. During the sharing of the peace, please only share the peace with the people next to you that you came with. And when it's time for communion, please remove your mask, but then place it back on after you've consumed the wafer. And now, let's talk about what happens at the end of the service.
We will be exiting through these doors and we will release people from the back rows to the front. If you bought your offering, there'll be a basket that you can place it in as you leave. And if you have children to pick up, an usher will direct you. You also have an opportunity to sanitize your hands as you leave. Fellowship will take place outdoors only. If you feel comfortable, we encourage you to reconnect with people in the parking lot before and after the service. The decision to reopen for in-person worship was made by Joy's COVID task force through careful and prayerful consideration of federal, state, and ELCA stated guidelines. Whether you choose to worship in person or worship on the live stream, worship with us as we continue to share Christ's love with our neighbors so all lives are changed. And all God's people agreed and said, Amen. Can't wait to see you.